a noble chance of war. But when they very slowly make up their minds that the thing has to be done and the job put through and finished, even if it takes months, if it takes years, they do it. Another lesson I think we may take, just throwing our minds back to our meeting here 10 months ago and now, is that the appearances are very often deceptive, and as Kipling well says, we must meet with triumph and disasters and treat those two impostors just the same. You cannot tell from appearances how things will go. Sometimes imagination makes things out far worse than they are, and yet without imagination not much can be done. Those people who are imaginative see many more dangers than perhaps exist, and certainly many more than will happen, but then they must also pray to be given extra courage to carry this far-reaching imagination. But for everyone, surely what we have gone through in this period, surely from this period of 10 months, this is the lesson. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except with the convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force, never give in to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. We stood all alone a year ago. In so many countries it seemed that our account was closed. We were finished. All this tradition of ours, our songs, our history, this part of our history is of this country. We were gone and finished and liquidated. Very different as we live today, our country stood in the gap. There was no flinching and no thought of giving in. And by what seemed almost a miracle to those outside, though we ourselves never doubted it, we now find ourselves in a position where I say we can be sure that we only have to preserve and conquer. You sang here a verse of the school song, but there is one word in it I want to alter. It is in the line, not less we praise in darker days. I've obtained the headmaster's permission to alter darker to sterner, not less we praise in sterner days. Do not let us speak of darker days, let us speak rather of sterner days. These are not dark days, these are great days, the greatest days our country has ever lived, and we must all thank God that we have been allowed, each of us according to our stations, to play a part in making these days memorable in the history of our race.